Netflix's The Circle is a for the Traitors fans. Whether you were an early member of the faithful or binged it in one go, we were all obsessed with the Traitors over the festive period, and life just doesn't feel quite the same without our weekly dose of Claudia in a castle. Sure, there's a US version coming out very soon, but we're still unconvinced by the mix of reality TV stars and normal folk for that version. We'll probably still end up riveted by it, of course, if you need something more immediate to fill that Traitors-shaped hole in your life though. There's a ready-made replacement right now on Netflix in the form of The Circle. The name should be familiar as it started in the UK on Channel 4, but while our version was cruelly cut down in its prime. The US version is into its 5th season. The concept, if you've never heard of The Circle, is that players move into an apartment building where their only interaction with the other players is via a social media app. It's essentially a popularity contest where, at the end of the series, the highest rated player wins. That might not sound like it's all that similar to the Traitors, but there's several elements of The Circle that makes it the reality TV sibling of the BBC hit, albeit one with fewer murders. Where the Traitors featured only 3 players pretending to be something else. Deception could be anywhere in The Circle. Players can choose to play themselves or even themselves with a slight change, say a different job, or they can be a catfish and play somebody totally different. It's a risky business as one slip-up in a private chat could expose them, but the rewards can be great as catfishes have won several seasons of The Circle. It can also lead to reality TV gold when a catfish completely dupes a player. Take the incredible moment in the first season of the UK version when Dan met Kate face to face in the final, only to discover the woman he'd be flirting with was actually a dude called Alex. The final is the only time any of the players see each other face to face, although the regular blockings reveal catfishes in their goodbye videos. But while you might be missing those dramatic roundtable debates, The Circle has its own group-related tension in store. Every couple of days, if not sooner, the players rate their fellow players from favorite to least favorite. Some vote tactically and some from their heart, which makes the ratings reveal so unpredictable as a player who was an influencer, one of the top 2 rated players, can go to the bottom of the pile. The 2 influencers then generally debate in private who gets blocked, although sometimes The Circle throws an unexpected blocking twist, such as the lowest rated player immediately getting blocked or, more deliciously, a face-to-face blocking. It's always tense viewing and often heightened by the show's liberal use of cliffhanger per episode. Much like the Traitors had you desperate for the next episode, you'll struggle to not binge The Circle as it always leaves you hanging, which makes Netflix releasing each new season in batches of 4 episodes a week torturous. Perhaps the most pleasing similarity between the 2 shows though is in its diverse casting. The Traitors was praised for its diversity, and it's something that a US version of The Circle has always done well. Season 5 is no exception as it features the show's first ever deaf player Raven, who has become a huge fan favorite, and rightly so. The moment when she's hard flirting with Marvin, with her best friend and interpreter Paris awkwardly in the middle, will go down as one of 2023's funniest TV scenes. In the first 8 episodes of Season 5 released so far, Raven has consistently been near the top of the ratings. Usually that could be a bad sign as it leaves them open to being targeted by other players. But if anybody tries to take down Raven, we'll get mad. The Traitors could even learn a thing or two from The Circle because, like the Netflix show, it faces a challenge in its 2nd season, having now established itself. The Traitors will face contestants savvy to the twists and turns expected, so it'll have to find a way to keep them on their toes. The Circle largely remains the same game as it has before, but its success has come in minor changes or twists on the format, rather than wholesale changes. You don't need to change a winning formula, you just have to adapt it a little. We'll have to wait and see if the Traitors can come up with something as brilliant as the Game of Clones on the UK version of The Circle. This saw a blocked player get the chance to clone another player's profile, leading to unmatched scenes of the real player floundering against the fake player pretending to be them. Or maybe the traitors can just throw in the actual Spice Girls to shake things up like Season 4 of The Circle did. Whatever it does to keep things fresh, we'll always be faithful to the traitors. But while we wait to return to the castle, The Circle delivers all the goods you'd want, and there's even 4 other seasons you can binge to pass the time. The Circle is available to watch on Netflix, while you can watch The Traitors on BBC iPlayer.